I'm just going to hit start now, and we'll just kind of work our way into it, even if it is live.
All right, Chris. Do it.
Fetching video stream. See how this goes.
Stay there. Okay.
Jose, mute your mic.
Sorry.
Welcome to the Prophets of the Apocalypse, Friday night session, as we dive into testimonies and scriptures. We bring you the truth as the disciples did in the days of Jesus.
Isn't that just a hoot? How's it going, Prophets of the Apocalypse? My name is Chris. A lot of you call me Kilo Bravo. That's why I adopted the name, so you can just shut down all the insult about me hiding behind a mask. I don't see any one of you running a radio show. So, anyhow, we're going to get to brass tacks here. This is the episode 1, the first transmission of the Prophets of Apocalypse, Truth Church. Jason will be with us soon. Jason and I founded this little community back in September. We are now 4 months in with 150 followers, 95 active people, and less than 12 or around 12 people that are just constantly on here. So we decided to bring it to you and spread the gospel to the ends of the earth so that the end can come that much faster. What we're going to do tonight is I'll just give you a little overview of my testimony of how I came to Jesus, and then we will introduce anybody that's on the screen that you can see right here. We have the Google Hangouts going on right now. Go ahead and click the link if you want to join. We have 12 available seats, and I think that's about it for now. Anyway, so without further ado, dear Lord in heaven, please guide us through this night and guide me through what I need to say, and let me bring your word to you with a humble heart and a lowly spirit, and let us be together and rejoice that you're going to be around the corner. You're on the way, and thank you for all that you've done and continue to do in all of our hearts. In Jesus' name, amen. So the scripture that I want to bring to you tonight, following my little brief history and testimony, is going to be Romans 12, verse 2, 3. We're going to be talking about how to present yourself, preparing your heart for preaching the gospel. I am not a priest, a preacher. I do not own a church. I've never ran a congregation, and this is my very first time even owning a computer, turning it on, pushing play and record. And I barely know what I'm doing on the film. So anyhow, I was 5 years old when I asked my parents, how does Jesus live in your heart? In which they told me that you say a prayer, he lives inside you, and that was the elementary version. Going to church in a non-denominational place in the Midwest, no particular stained glass windows or wine for me. It was just pray to Jesus, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. Let's go get baptized and live a new life. By the time I hit my teenage years, I decided I heard Metallica one too many times, wanted to be the bastard son of James Hetfield. That didn't work out so well. 15 years later, I turned out I was going to be a father of my one and only son, who is now 9 years old. Homeschooling and decided to jump back onto the Jesus train. It's had a bad rap, and I thought it would be a good time to bring our friends and family together and present Jesus as is. And let's take a look at the history, and maybe someone will decide to change their thoughts and really look at what's important. We can see that the world is pretty much on a steady decline. We know that Satan is ruling the world. And it's just a matter of time before he comes and rescues us all. No, actually, not all of us. He does say there will be some that are thrown in the fire. But until then, we're just going to assume the benefit of the doubt and pray for everybody, except those who willingly worship Satan with blood and fire and the pentagrams and whatnot. So it's not hard to weed out the wheat and the tares to some extent, but we're going to look into it a little bit later anyhow. Okay, so we're looking at Romans 12. Peter writes, I beseech you, therefore, brothers, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. We're going to look at the word holy real quick. Holy is to be separate from the world. God says if you hate the world, then you love the Father. If you love the world, the Father cannot be in you. You are choosing vanity over holiness. So to be holy is to be as close to God as possible. We all do fall short every day, so we do pray for forgiveness. I am definitely not a saint. No one walking the earth today is. So let's look at verse 2, Romans 12. And be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So renewing your mind is really a key factor here, that you may prove what is that good, acceptable, and perfect will of God. So if you want God's will to be active in your life, then you must at least give him the time of day and read his word. Because without the word going through your eyeballs into your brain, your heart will not actually hear his voice. Thus, wisdom will lack, and you will be destroyed for lack of knowledge. That's why we're here today, the prophets of the apocalypse. We're just trying to spread the word, and we hope that you guys want to get involved, be a part of it. We want you to be heard. If you have a testimony you want to share with people, there's a million people out there, so we all have a story for that select guy or girl out there. So we have Tess on the line right now. I see Jose. Tess is also on Facebook. She does cover a million different things that you do need to hear about. Briefly, we got the 5G, the geoengineering, vaccine safety, and a slew of other things. I'm hoping that we can depend on her for reporting. She loves to travel, go to the Capitol, go to rallies. You'll see her out there probably on mainstream news, filming people doing things that mainstream won't show you, in fact. So she's new to the crew. As of, well, we did send her an invite in October, but she's been really busy, so she finally got in and joined us, so I'm really happy that she's here. Jose, it's a blessing to have Jose with us right now. He is a world traveler. I love the fact that he's on the road, giving us shots of the scenery and taking me back to memory lane. It's really nice. Jose, he's got a testimony that will knock your socks off. If you do get in and want to join us during the week, we do have some random under the rug conversation to get to know each other and really fellowship. So we wanted to demonstrate to you guys tonight that this is the live setting. If you want to jump in here and talk to either one of us, we can open up the floor. And we do put a little bit of a time limit on there, so we can cover everybody. So everybody gets a chance to say something. and cover as many topics as we can. Otherwise, you can always contact us on Messenger, Instagram, Twitter, emails, text, phone calls. Open up 2 or 3 extra chat lines. Pick and pull, pick and choose. Just don't drag me into every single one of them, because I probably will end up quit doing this altogether, and I'll just go hide behind Walmart with my sign. Anyhow, so Jason is not here yet. We'll give him some time. Bradley's not with us yet.
Looks like we just dropped them again.
Oh, well, let's see. So we got 6:43. So we got about 15 more minutes left of this feed. So, Tess, do you want to give an overview, or what do you got going on? What's up?
What do I have going on? Okay, so, well, God brought me to where I live because me and Kilo were neighbors, and I didn't grow up like in a religion, you know. I didn't go to like church all the time, but my mom believed in God, and I've always believed in God since I can remember, since I was little. For me, I got closer to God when I got into recovery and joined NA and AA, and that brought me a lot closer than church ever did. But I was never like a regular at church. Anyhow, once I moved here, which was a total godsend, because I was pregnant with my second son, and and I was renting a room, and so I was really freaking out. And so when I got this apartment, it really was, what I did was I put it in God's hands. And I had faith in Jesus, and I wrote it down, so I would look at it every day. I prayed to Jesus every day, and I did the footwork, and I went and applied for apartments, you know, and got my place. So that in itself was a miracle, but I didn't really know that I was placed here to help form this digital church, if you will, and to spread the word of Jesus. I realized that like yesterday, 2 days ago, when I suddenly, once I got on Hangouts with you guys, and I haven't even heard full testimonies from everybody, but I know a little bit of everyone's story, and we have some amazing conversations. And I know in my heart, I know that it's the end times. We're coming together to light the way, and we're finding each other, the lost tribes, and we're finding all of God's people right now, and we're utilizing the technology that has unfortunately destroyed a lot of people, and will end up, you know, a lot of children, right?
We're breaking.
Technology is really an important tool for Satan to use against people. Okay, and so right now this digital church is on here to infiltrate and be the lamp and be the light of Jesus Christ in, you know, in Facebook and on YouTube and, you know, whatever. And we do Google Hangouts, and we do welcome, you know, other prophets and testimonies, and we're here to spread the message everywhere. So yeah, that's what I've got.
Rock and roll. Hey, Jose, how you doing, man? We want to give a little intro and tell people what's going on in your world real quick. Did we?
I'll try to go real quick because I think I'm getting a little bit of a bad connection here while we're traveling.
Okay.
Right now in northern Illinois, heading our way back towards Lake Tahoe on this trip. You know, I always believed I was a Christian. As I grew up, I was Catholic for all of my life until I was, I believe, 38 years old, which is when I was really, truly saved. I've learned that the once saved, always saved mantras is not really true. And one of these days, I'll be more than glad to share my testimony. It's rather lengthy, but it's definitely digging as far as somebody can dig for the truth. As you heard people say, they want to uncover truth. They come to different subjects and different rabbit holes, and they uncover many different truths from history. And I think I went down every single rabbit hole there is to find truth in, and that has something really, really big and profound I have to do with my testimony. And I'll be more than glad to share one of these days with you guys. But I'm really glad to be a part of your group and get the word out there and share the word of the Lord, always in truth, and all glory be to the God that we love very much. Amen.
Amen, brother.
Amen. Amen.
Fabulous. Fantastic, man. Well, great timing too, to be out there and have service at this very moment.
Did we lose all?
Oh, and we just lost connection too. We just got in there at the nick of time.
And one's back.
Well,
I kind of knew the waves, the prince of the air, was going to mess with us, because when you bring the word of Jesus to these platforms, it doesn't like it. That's what I can tell you, because, you know, I do share constant streams of truth, and you know, Facebook, they get especially temperamental when you bring Jesus to the plate and you're going against Satan. They don't like that. So,
yeah.
you know, we need to actually call upon our angels. What Jason was telling us the other day, dear Jesus, please, I want to utilize my angels to make sure that these transmissions go through and that we're not messed with. I don't know what happened to Brad. I don't understand how that happened. We're missing a lot of people. Kind of weird.
Well, nevertheless, I just figured we would give people a chance to see that there is an outlet to go to, and we're here on a daily basis. We're oftentimes this line is open, and there's it's 2 or 3 hours a day that we're not on here. So if you find yourself in a bind and you need somebody to pray for you or with you or whatever, just hop on the page, drop a comment, and we'll get you in, and you can call us
We'd all be
personally.
more than glad to pray for you guys. Absolutely.
For sure. Or walk somebody, you know, just be support through a situation that might be rough. And always looking to network and spread the word as well, and just hang out with each other, because in the end days, you know, it does say that people will turn away from each other and hearts will grow cold. And we all know, excuse me, we all know how rough it is out in the world right now. So this is like a lifeline and a way to connect with our brethren, because the two houses, so to speak, are being divided, and that's plain to see, in my opinion, of what I see. So the spiritual battle is getting thicker day by day, and so we just came to bring light. Are you with us, Leanne?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. I was just wondering, I guess, because you guys keep getting knocked off, but we were all just kind of just giving a little introduction about ourselves, since we are the ones that are blessed to be on this line right now. If you want to say hello and reach out to others.
If there is a chance. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. Finish your comment.
Oh, I was just going to say, if you don't have a Gmail account, you can try to contact me directly through Messenger. Send me a message, and I'll see if I can maybe hold the phone up so you can talk online as a call-in. And oftentimes I can maybe hold the camera up so you can be seen or heard, or we'll just try to work that out until we get the $1 million bond that we need to build the that we need. So go ahead, Leanne, take it away.
Okay, sorry, I don't have a picture up yet. Tessa's helping me, trying to help me, better yet, figure out how to put a pick up since I don't like to show my face much, since I've got total bedhead still. It's been a high pain day, so I'm in my pajamas still. I haven't moved out of my pajamas, so sorry guys. Maybe next week you'll see me. But in the meantime, that's okay. The Lord loves me this way, anyways. So
Yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
content.
Amen.
So I live in California, near the Colorado River in Havasu Lake. So I live on an Indian reservation, and I moved here with my daughter, who's 26 now. 11 years ago, we moved here from Orange County. So I've always been in the corporate world. And I used to attend Saddleback Church. Usually was obsessed with being in at least 3 ministries at a time, and had my daughter in several as well. So we were always very involved with our church and our community. Then I also got into Celebrate Recovery around the same time, which is
What in the world? That's not good. That's not good at all.
Well, that's interesting. Oh, I think she
okay.
might
I'm
be
back.
back.
Sorry about that.
Oh, there she is.
I got bumped again.
Yeah, the angels brought you back, I guess. I didn't know what's going on. I knew this was going to happen to some extent, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, anytime you're in the Word or share anything, of course, there's going to be attacks. But it wasn't really until we moved here that we really started having demonic attacks. When we moved into the house that we moved into, I didn't know that the person that lived here before us was into the arts, the satanic arts. And my daughter would constantly feel oppressed, and she'd sit on the sofa and she'd feel hands grabbing her from underneath the sofa, or she'd sit or lay on the sofa and feel the weight of something on her chest. But it got really bad this past year when when she was sleeping or trying to go to sleep, she'd feel the vibrations start. And as soon as the vibrations would start and she'd fall asleep, she'd start getting heavy warfare attacks. And they never really showed themselves. Not until later in the year, where she'd wake up and she'd walk around the house and then realize, you know what, the house looks different. I didn't have these lights on. She realized at some point during this process that, and it was happening every night for a while, that she was sleeping. And it took a while, but entities started showing up. And sometimes they would show up as me, and then they would show up as other people. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
It wasn't until that point, because we fell away. We were so disappointed with that light and fluffy nutness of Christianity that don't get into the meat and bones of deliverance, and I had gone through a divorce at that time, so I was a little bit rebellious myself, and my daughter was really rebellious because when we moved here, she had went through a rape. So it was really a hard time in our lives, but it was about a year ago that we really dove back into the Word and gained our authority again, because it was really bad. My daughter wouldn't sleep in her room alone because she was so frightened because of her night terrors, and waking up with the demonic attacks that it affected both my sleep and her sleep and both of our peace. So we we took a hold of it. She gained her authority, and over time has managed the attacks on the severities down to nothing now. Very infrequent. It happens any longer, and when it does happen, all she has to do is call on Jesus, and then they flee. So we're just grateful for taking that right path again. So that's a little bit about me.
Right on. Right on.
So
You know what's
It's all
interesting?
good. Yeah, go ahead, hon.
You know what's interesting is my friends. So I have they're like family to me, and she believes in Jesus. They go to church and everything, but a lot of the whole alien deception, and I believed in aliens up until like last year when I really got into the Bible and I really found truth. And Chris, they're like, worked as a shepherd or something for Jesus, and brought me to so much truth. And then we've all convened as well online, through each other. In aliens up until like last. I'm getting a lot of feedback. I don't know how that's possible. I only have. I wonder if it's. Oh, I think I know why.
You're good. You're all right.
Am I good? Okay.
We're good. Tonight's a sound
Where was I going
check
with this?
kinda.
Oh, the alien abduction shows, right? So the guys who research aliens found out that the what do you call it, where they steal the people or abductions or whatever, would end when Jesus was called upon. So it would immediately end. So that tells us it was not aliens, it was demonic forces. So the word of Jesus is very powerful, and I don't know. I just was thinking of that when you were talking about your attacks on your daughter. So it's just interesting stuff. Interesting.
Yes, it's amazing that you bring that up, because if you look at any UFO fanatics, I don't care if you look at the audience that attends like Burning Man, for instance, all New Age. And what are they obsessed over? It's all alien, all rainbow, all unicorn, everything that ties in to the New Age, gurus, meditation, yoga. And when you watch that, you realize and know, wow, this is all tied in. I don't understand exactly how certain things tie in, but as soon as I see it, I know certain things are flags.
Yeah. Interesting.
But yeah, I've listened to a few UFO audiences, and most of them are satanic.
Well, I know the deception's coming upon us. Every time I log into Google, there's like oh, we're making contact with something, all these propaganda for the great deception to happen, because I know that there are no aliens contacting us, and I know that they're Nephilim. They're fallen angels that fell with Satan, a third of the angels, and why God flooded the earth in the days of Noah, because he didn't want our human bloodline to be tampered and adulterated. So, and we're back in the days of Noah as well, because we're gene editing and we're doing all kinds of insane science things that are going on. So, hi, Rachel.
Rachel.
How are you? Did we lose Chris?
What's up, Rachel?
Hey.
Rachel. She was also a pioneer in the deflation of the globe, also included in the Intelligence of the Iron page with Brad, which you guys have yet to see. But hello, Rachel.
Yeah, where's
I
our
always feel
Brad?
like I'm a celebrity guest when he starts speaking with his commercialized voice he's got going on, you know? He makes
And
you
Rachel.
feel extra special.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you. I'm glad you're I'm glad you're here today. It's too bad that I don't have a really nice prize to give away tonight.
Oh, goodness. So where is everybody?
We're still
Well,
waiting.
we all gave our little introductions, so I guess you would be next if we passed the torch.
Yeah, we're live right now on the Prophets of the Apocalypse page, and unfortunately, half the crew is doing something. But that doesn't mean a dang thing, because we will be here every Friday at 6:30 from Pacific time and Sundays at 9 a.m. Pacific time. We will not be condoning Sunday worship. In fact, we are anti-Pope, anti-Vatican, anti-robe, whether it be cardinal, violet, black, or white. And in fact, it's going to be a beautiful Sunday. We're going to bash some popage, bash a little bit of graven image wearing bald-headed white dress kind of guys. We would pray
Did
for
I-
them, but anyway.
Did I tell y'all what my son did at school? He went into school and he was having a little flat earth beef with his friends. He's 10. And so I know, right? And so the one kid, he was like, "What did you say about Jesus, Clayton? Clayton, what did you say about Jesus that got y'all talking?" You said, "Yeah, because the boy was Catholic." And Clayton goes, "You don't even know who Jesus Christ is, do you?"
Wow.
Good for him.
So, but I told him he's got to be a little gentle, you know, because they're just kids and they're deceived. So, but I was super proud of him. And then he told him, he was like, "NASA's a lie. NASA in Hebrew means to deceive. You're deceived."
Nice.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Wow, right
Yeah,
on.
just I have a similar story because my son, the teacher actually took out a globe and said, "Is the Earth a sphere or is it flat like this?" And of course, everyone was like, "Oh, it's a sphere," and Josiah was like, "No, it's flat." And then he argued with her,
That's
like
awesome.
until she had to threaten to give him to take, because they have like a little color system. But yeah, I was like, "What? Are you serious?" Because he's in 2nd grade. He's only 7. I was like,
Wow, that's amazing. Clayton's in
Yeah.
5th grade. I told him, I said, before you start questioning the teacher, I need to teach you up. Like, you need to present ask her questions. Like,
yeah.
why does our president deny the fact we landed on the moon? Why does our president of the United States say we didn't land on the moon?
Does he? Does Trump say that?
Yes.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
That's
That's
a good
funny.
place to start. Everyone's promoting, the president, our own president.
Right? There you go.
I mean,
That's a good
yeah,
point.
you
I
gotta
like
get
that.
thinking. Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I mean, not that I believe anything Trump says, but
No, but he's controlled up, so he's giving you some of the
Exactly.
truth. He's giving us truth. That's how he gained a lot of he's gained followers and supporters and
oh my God.
all kinds of people because he's given truth.
Right.
And that's what controlled opposition does.
Fake
But then
news. Everybody wants to hear it's fake news. I'm like, you're fake news, you fake.
Do you know NASA has a summer camp for elementary school children?
Yes, they do. I live in Houston. Yes,
Yes.
they sure do.
Yeah, I got a suggestion for a NASA camp for our kids in our community last week, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I didn't even know this existed.
Yeah,
I
isn't
got
that
to
crazy?
try to
that
figure
they
out
have-
a way to get us out of it.
Wait, are you in Houston?
No, I'm in California.
Oh, do y'all have NASA stuff there too?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, all over now. It used to be like in Florida and Houston. Now it's everywhere.
Yeah, I think
Ridiculous.
it's everywhere now.
So
They're
what do y'all?
starting
Go ahead.
after school Satan clubs. I'm not joking you. They're starting
Yeah, I
after
know.
school
I know.
Satan clubs.
Yep.
Not NASA, just straight Satan. They're starting Satan clubs at schools.
Yep.
Not a
Really?
joke. Not a joke. Not a joke. I'm not joking you.
No, it's
This
true.
is why we're here doing this, Leanne, because we have to bring
Wow.
the word of Jesus, you guys. And that's
Yes.
exactly why Chris and I do what we do every single day, because, there are people that just are not, they just need that extra. They need to see it one more time, and then
Yeah.
they're going to come home. And, we're dividing right now because the time is, Jesus is coming back soon. And that's
Oh my
why we
gosh,
started
yes.
doing. That's exactly why we're doing this, and we're
Well, I guess
hoping
in the
to.
birth pains. Don't y'all agree we're in the birth pains? This is the birth pains.
Yes.
Seems like it to me, yeah.
Mhm.
If I can't eat
Yeah.
food without getting diarrhea, that tells me it's Revelation 13. We were supposed to run around naked eating fruit all day long. And we'll look at what
Right.
happened. I mean,
That's right.
we are seriously distorted. We aren't even supposed to have this technology. We were just supposed to take the apple off the tree. Ow! This is good. You want a bite? Yeah? Yeah, this world is pretty cool, huh? Yeah? We're going to do this tomorrow, too.
Yeah.
That's all they had to do. But
And then that dang hoe. You know?
Yes.
if it weren't for Lucifer and his stupid ass looking at himself like he's a transsexual and thinking he's all, that's probably why the world is what it is.
We
'cause-
aren't live, right? Are we cool with this? Is this how we're going down? All
well,
right.
we got to drop
it's
the
okay.
bomb
I'm
at
okay
some
with it.
point. We got to drop the bomb.
Yeah. Let's- let-
You know, it is what it is.
let me
Baphomet
ask.
is, what do you call it? Angie? I guess Baphomet would be called what? Binary? 2019?
Is
devil
he
will
is
be
he a
buying
dragon
eggs in the
warrior
fridge.
too? Does he register as a Pokemon Dragon Ball warrior with boobs?
Whoa.
Boobs, a rod, and 2 kids and a snake. That's how he rolls. Is that what he does?
Pretty much.
Are they tying the after school teachings and with the LGBT
Yeah.
platform?
Yeah, they've got them coming in, painted faces and horns and all, coming down to the preschool kids, reading books to them and telling them, everything's fine. They're just
Yeah.
Well, I know they're doing it in certain libraries.
Yeah.
And
Oh, we lost him again. How weird. See? They don't like it. All right, am I still there? Am I still live? Because I can talk. I can talk on
we
this
keep getting
subject.
booted. I'm gonna end this particular transmission for now because it's been almost an hour. We got to get. We could probably we could probably get a late
back.
night thing going on. I'm just gonna go ahead and roll the music, and then we'll end it, and I'll just keep the line up, and let's do that. So
Yeah.
here we go. I'm gonna just roll tape. Thank you guys for watching. Here we go. See you next Friday, and you guys have a good
Okay.
night.
No, Leanna, we're gonna stay on.
okay.
Go ahead and leave your email if you want to join in on the Google Hangouts. Thanks for hanging out with the Prophets of the Apocalypse. Jesus be with you always.